Hello, kids. Welcome to Comic Cocktail, bitches.
All right, everybody, we're back, Comic Cocktail. This is obviously the Halloween episode because why not? Even adults celebrate Halloween.
Well, it's going to be Hollywood. We're going to be talking about all the dudes,
horror movies and whatnot. Mickey, I think you're probably the Zen master of all things Halloween. We're going to talk about some movies that he liked, that he didn't like, that I liked, that he didn't like, and we're going to go from there. Which the first one you want to talk about?
I'm going to pull, well, we have a thing, because we have the whole, check this out. A Comic Cocktail 616 bracket of all your favorite Halloween dudes. So we got Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Art the Clown, Pennywise, Jigsaw, Tommy Hewitt, Pumpkinhead, The Creeper, Pazuzu, Pinhead, Chucky, Annabelle, Hannibal Lecter, Norman Bates, Ghostface, Michael Myers. So, and you can get these. These will be on.
No Frankenstein?
They'll be because that's classic horror. Right. These are contemporary horror icons. That's what these will be talking about. Now that's a whole separate show.
It is, yes.
The next episode we'll be talking about some of that stuff. But now we're going to be touching base on all the contemporary horror icons, such as that we know, and go through the list and kind of who would win in a battle royale. This is the Monster Mash Bash bracket episode. Pretty cool. So, and we also have drinks for it too.
Yes, the two drinks we have.
We have a Springwood cider.
Springwood cider.
That's coming out.
Oh, look at that. That's delicious.
And a Camp Crystal Lake s'mores tea.
Look at it.
And that's why we have it on the...
And I'm gonna pimp this right now with Freddy Krueger's ear, as you can see.
Look at that. And those are... we made this cider in-house. Obviously, we're a cat. So this is our Jason Voorhees. Look at our Jason Voorhees with Camp Crystal Lake summer camp. I love your shirt.
I can't really talk in this.
No, it comes through. But yeah, I love that, Vanna White. You holding up our thing. But so, hey, you might put up there. That's great. That works out great.
That works out perfect.
So I would take, that's perfect.
Y'all into it.
Perfect, thank you.
Will do.
Yeah, so we made this cider in-house, and the cider is like, and the recipe, we'll post the recipe of that too, for the actual cider too to make, which is, apples, and you fill the water, we got brown sugar, and
it's the only type of
cinnamon, clove is in it and everything. And then we made the apple crisp ears. We call them Freddy ears.
Freddy
to
ears.
garnish. And then so we had some Davidson Reserve whiskey in there.
Of course.
Yeah, it's local.
I can taste that. It
tastes
very
like fall,
tasty.
right?
Yeah, very fall. Yeah.
And then we got this s'mores teeny, and well, I think Kat did it off camera. Next time. Wait, why don't you toast this up a little bit? Show your fun. Bring that torture over here. Bring that creme brulee torch.
Oh, you're gonna torch it?
Yeah,
oh,
that's how do you think we got this?
This is my new
Here,
favorite
check this out.
kitchen
So we
tool.
gotta show. I'm gonna show the
Look
camera
at that.
this.
Yeah, well,
So you
you're
take
good.
a look
It's
at
seeing
that.
it good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. Oh, look at this. We're gonna torch
And that's
it.
how we get that marshmallow top. So when you shake it, so you do the class and we talk about it, but when you shake it up and then all that froth, like it's a marshmallow at the top, and you just hit it with the creme brulee torch or whatever you want.
I mean, it makes me wish I
It's
drank
awesome.
vodka.
It tastes like it's like a marshmallow, toasted marshmallow.
This is my favorite kitchen
Did you smell the
tool.
toasted marshmallow? Yeah, she loved getting that thing.
You can smell something. All right, so look, wait a minute. Let's get down to the battle royale here. Who's your top? You know what? My top. I'm going to go a little top topic. My top scariest movie horror villain was the little girl in the ring. Not the remake. I thought The Ring genuinely scared me because I didn't take it for. It doesn't reveal that it's a horror movie till the end of the movie. That's what I loved about The Ring. Up until then, it was a mystery. You know what I mean? And then all the double entendres, she never sleeps and stuff like that. Now you're starting to realize, oh, this is really a demon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you didn't catch it before.
Right.
I think my favorite was the, of like the new, it's not on our list, but the first Paranormal Activity was one of my real favorites.
Fantastic.
Because it was so, I usually don't like found footage stuff. I thought the Blair Witch thing when I was a kid I was like, oh, please.
Oh, I loved it.
Did you like it? Because
I worked in news, so what was turning people off? The fast scribbling and this. Here's what I love, and it still gives me chills to this day, and I hate that I'm remembering it now. The very last scene of that movie, they foreshadow with the man would make the kids turn their back when he killed someone. And you have the girl running around. Watch the last scene of that movie is very scary because the girl's running around with the camera and you're seeing and you get a glimpse of the corner of the room and it's her friend that had run off and his back is to the camera. He's sitting in the corner of that decrepit house.
Well, see, okay, it just never caught me, and because I knew the Bell Witch, what was based on, because I knew it was local. The Bell Witch is here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I've been to that location.
Enjoy that.
And it inspired a horror movie that we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
That we should chew. But anyway, I like the Paranormal Activity, and I thought that was, except for the very end. The very end was like kind of where she jumps out at the camera and does that like lunge. I was like, oh, you've more restraint. Like you could have ended it creepier, you know.
Yeah.
They made it look more real instead of that CGI jump where she becomes. And I know they had different endings, and they should have done the less, crazy one. But these are like, we have a top 10 list. First off, Kat and I love Halloween. I worked on. When we met, one of the tropes, with horror, is one of the things, the 3 quintessential pegs that Kat and I have like a basis of fundamental of our relationship. And horror is like one of the themes that we love together. So we got married in Vegas over 5 days in Vegas over Halloween.
Okay.
And so that's how much we love Halloween. So, I mean, not to mention the fact that all the spooky stuff I love, all the spooky art I've done, all the horror I've worked on movies as like art designers and creature effects guys. I've worked on haunted houses. I've decorated. I've done creature effects for all kinds of weird stuff. I love all the movie magic of horror because you don't get to do all that kind of stuff in other things, other movie sets. It's like horrors are so fun, and these movies that are like. Top 10s like Cat. Well, we have all the movies playing 24/7, even everything bad. But then there's like a top 10 movies. It's like, which is our, like your Ghostbusters. There's a Poltergeist. What do we have? Cat. We got like a Ernest Scared Stupid, Hocus Pocus, Rocky Horror Picture
Although
Show.
I was able to recognize early on, her Hocus Pocus had to be horrifying to a little kid.
Hocus Pocus, the first one?
Yeah.
Not the second one. I keep torturing Kat with the second one. The second one was so bad. It's like Beetlejuice 2 bad. It's very bad.
We'll get to that. We'll
get to that in a second. Maybe, but oh man, yeah, bad things. But
and of course, I had a major crush on Sarah Jessica Parker during the first one, Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Right.
Her, and by the way, quick side note: Sarah Jessica Parker in Honeymoon in Vegas. Wow. Anyway, go ahead.
You don't like your Freddy ear?
No, I'll probably get to it.
Did you? You have this aversion to like. Are you? Am I stumbling onto something? Is this
I
like
love apples in the morning.
garlic?
I don't like them at the end of the day. Yes, that's right.
It's like an apples and like a garlic to a vampire. So we have the tier bracket, and we go down the list, and we hit like I think first up you have Freddy and Jason. Kat and I are Freddy and Jason this year, and this is a short of the Halloween. I've been collecting. We're very particular about how we do it and everything. This is a dumbed down version, but I did do the pants myself. Got this thing. Got the glove. We got it on sale like a couple years ago at the Spirit Halloween. It was like, and there was actually, that's when you got to pick it up, 50% off. You got to go to the Halloween store afterwards. And this was the steal, kids. Because right behind me in line, there was like, I'm not even joking. It was like, I'm beeping in all these things for Halloween. Because I would just like go and clean house every place after Halloween. And like, beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, it was like the last, there was 2 of these Freddy gloves there. I was like, you know what, Kat, when I come back, I'm getting this, And so I come back and I grab a couple things and the Freddy glove. And, she's beating me through it. She's like, oh, you got a bunch of stuff. And I go, gotta go. And she goes, oh, that's a good one. I go, yeah, that's a steal of here. And he goes, and then I go, like, that guy knows. I turn around, and there's the guy behind me, next in line, is like some rock star from like some like Motley Crue-esque band that lives here in Nashville now. He's like full goth hair. He's like in his like probably like 60s. And he's got like a 20-year-old lesser wife than him, and he's got like Maltese cross bedazzled, and he's got one of the box of Freddy hands, and he's like, yes, it is. It's like nodded to me, and I'm like, this guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. This guy, he's mopping up too in there, right? And I go out to the parking lot, and I shit you not, he was driving a hearse. Classic, right? So when I'm talking, we were just watching Freddy vs. Jason. We're talking about these, like, listen, the concept of this character, and there's snippets of all these movies. There's like, some are great on the scale and some are like terrible, but some of the concepts of the character are great and some of the concepts suck, and then the mythologies of them always change, which is what I think that's always like it ties it back to like a comic book thing where it's like, who would want to fight, Superman or Hulk? This is like the ultimate, who would want to fight, Freddy, Jason, and you got to kind of match them up. I put some of the supernatural dudes next to whatever. You got to put the clowns, Art the Clown, Pennywise together,
right?
Jigsaw, Tommy Hewitt, Saws, get it, right?
Yeah.
Chainsaw, Saw,
yes.
Jigsaw. Pumpkinhead the Creeper. I don't know if you know a bunch of these, but yeah.
I know Pumpkinhead the Creeper.
Pumpkinhead,
I know Jigsaw.
Pazuzu, remember Exorcist? The thing that possesses the girl. Pazuzu is the demon that possesses the girl.
Okay.
It's the name. It's not the devil. It's the name of a demon specifically.
Right.
Pazuzu.
Yes.
I'm never taking this glove off. Surgically glue it. Like we're gonna fuse it to my hand. Well, then I busted it now.
Busted again.
Wiping your ass.
Yeah, I just been
spectacularly
playing
big
with it too
challenge.
much. It was a good opportunity to fix it. I'll put it away. Golly.
Oh, it fell apart?
No, I've been fucking with it so much that the rivets got off, but I got to take my riveter and I'll fix it real good because it has like the rivets from it. I can
If
make.
there's
I can
anybody that can fix
oh
a
no,
Freddy
this is.
Krueger
I've been
hand.
dreaming of actually fixing this thing. I'm like, I can make this better, this better, this better. I'm gonna put a nice glove inside here. I'm gonna age it up my own self. I can patina it, sand it down. I love working on Halloween stuff. So if you were to take one, and like Fred, I love the concept of Freddy Krueger that he kills you in your nightmares. You know what I mean? But the thing is it changes from like movie to movie, and like, and even in the first one with the cool kills of like where the kids like there's like blood spill like everywhere. It's like what it should have always been was Freddy kills you extravagantly in your dreams,
right?
In the dream world, but when you're in the real world, you're like having a heart attack.
Yeah.
You're like, look like you're dying. If somebody comes up to the bedroom and you have like, Freddy's here, and it was like burned on your back, and they're like, oh, she just burned herself. It's like, how'd she reach behind her back? Okay, like Clinton suicide. He shot himself 6 times in the head and then threw himself.
Stay away from the politics.
Threw himself off.
We're not
the
talking about the
But
Clintons.
that's the same reasoning. It's like how these parents in the movies are so dumb. You know what I mean? It's like, at least set it up more plausibly. We're like, a kid. But I always thought the tension would be like nobody's believing them because there's no evidence. It's like these kids are just dying for a heart attack for some kind of reason of like brain aneurysms in the middle of the night. And then you'd be like, when the kids are saying we're all having dreams about this man, it'd be much more terrifying. But they never think that far ahead. And over the time, they have like times to clean it up. They add like more crazy shit where like Freddy's being, like given powers by the dream people and all kinds of crazy shit.
One of the things I always thought was brilliant the way they executed is when you didn't know somebody had fallen asleep.
Yeah, they need to do that way
yeah.
better. There's way better. Yeah, there's parts in like, but some of the effects are the worst. Like with the whatever. We just talked about. You brought up the Jackie and the Haley one of like parts I really love. I love the fact that he was like in shadow a little bit, and they played up more with like the screeching.
Yeah.
You need to go to do a real good. And there's parts of that Jackie or Haley one that I like and not, because you can't. We talked about this. Other guys like Jason and Michael, you can change the guy underneath, like Kane Hodder. It's like everybody, like, Kane Hodder's got to be Jason. Yeah, but it's a big guy. You can change him out. He doesn't speak. You just need a big guy under there that can be like mannerisms.
Yeah.
You've got to have Robert Englund for Freddy.
Yeah.
You got to have Brad Dourif for Chucks. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with the Chucks. Tiff, I need a drink. No, I don't really need one now, baby. But those characters. That's right. You're Jason. So if we were battling, we were watching Freddy vs. Jason. So we remember that. So when you brought up the thing, it's like we brought up a thing. It's like even in their own movies, they can't follow the lore. And this is what because so like Freddy in the beginning of this movie is going, I don't have the power. The kids are not remember. I used to have all the fun. I was having a hell of a time killing all these kids until they started forgetting about me, and then I lost all my power.
Right.
So I can't do anything if I don't have any power. And the kids started forgetting. And so he goes to wake up Jason Voorhees, right? And to kill these kids in Springwood, Elm Street, so
Right.
he can be mistaken. So maybe the people, all the deaths will be misinterpreted. It's such a reach.
Yeah.
Like maybe all the deaths, like they won't realize the guy in the hockey mask is not the Freddy Krueger character. So,
Right.
so crazy. Plus, if you know your horrors, Springwood is in Ohio, and
Right.
like Camp Crystal Lake's in New Jersey. It's like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
So it's like they start like but here's the thing: is the very beginning. He's like, They have to remember. So by his own logic, and the logic of the movie, even the town, like people are duping their own kids and putting like drugs in them
Yeah.
to forget Freddy, so they can like not remember. So it is a
Right.
fact. It is a fact. If you don't, given this whole nature of this movie, the rules set in this movie, so it's like if you don't know about Freddy, he can't hurt you. Like
Right.
if it's like if you don't remember him or you're not conscious of him, like he can't affect like a kid in Guam. You know what I mean?
Right.
He doesn't have any idea of him. So how does he go to Jason Voorhees and wake him up and be in his dreams? How does Jason Voorhees doesn't know anything about
Right.
Freddy?
Right.
And so my wife's
Yeah,
sitting there
exactly.
making defenses. She's like, maybe you met him in hell. I'm like, well, yeah, but then you got to show that part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't mention
You
any
should
of it.
explain that exposition.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
I
better
agree.
ways of getting them together.
I agree. Now, I will say this. This is just keeping it real. I whooped Chucky's ass. Chucky was never anything that... It was cool. It was like a doll. It was freaky. And I was like, yeah, but I'm going to whoop Chucky's ass.
But he just keeps coming back. That's the thing about it. He's
Okay.
found a way to keep living in those damn dolls.
That's fine by me. I'm going to keep whooping your ass every time I see
love
you. I'm
it.
going to be...
But it's the
pick
best part
something.
about it.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
the part about that's the best part. Okay, my thing is like, yeah, but he never lets you get to that point. Yeah, you know that thing is like, you know it's a fucking crazy doll.
I know.
In real life,
Right.
you never knew that he was a doll. You would at least look at that thing and go, "What a fucking ugly doll."
That's
and
true.
most people do in the movies.
Yeah.
And so you would just go, "This is if your kid came out to you and was like, Dad, look at me, I got a fucking doll." So you go, "This is so ugly," and you throw it away, and he'd sit there, and as soon as you shut the door, go, and he'd go, "You're an ugly fucker, too." You know, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
you know, and that's the movie. So
Yeah.
you would. Yeah, but it'd be too late because by the time you think that doll's doing anything, you go, all these bad things start happening to your family, your kids, you start breaking legs and your wife leaves you and everything. And you go, God damn it, you take that doll and you go, you son of a bitch. It's like, and you flip it around to see if it has any batteries because you've been going crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
He turns around and he goes, what's the fucking matter, bud? And you go, because he's got that fucking knife. And then, right, and he scurries under that bed, But I love when then your lights are cut, right?
Yeah.
You go, son of a bitch. And then
I'm
your
just gonna wait
tendons,
till he's
then your
close
tendons.
enough. I'm gonna wait till he's close
No,
enough.
but you. Hey,
See, when he was doing the first couple of little
you're
stabs.
You're the footsteps, and he goes, and he cuts your Achilles heels out, your tendons. You go, oh, I can't walk. Now you're on his level.
I'm going to just say this.
Now
This
you're
is
on
why.
his- now you're on
This
his
is why you
level.
don't have a bunch of horror movies populated with
And
black
you go,
people.
oh, and you get
It's-
down, and
it's
then
a whole nother
and when the
different vibe.
camera's on your angle, and it's like you go, oh, and the only light is coming from the kitchen. You see this little blurry doll like do this, and he's grabbing. He gets a meat tenderizer. He comes down. He goes, you just had to talk, didn't you, Rich?
And I'd
Just
be
had-
like, how much leverage can you really?
How much
swing
leverage do you
everybody?
think Chuck's got?
No,
Just
Chucky
bashing
doesn't
your
have
head
it.
in.
His arm is this
You going
long.
like this? You going like this? And it's like, he's dancing around you.
I'm gonna grab him and
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab his little plastic face. I'm gonna slam him, and then I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna punch him a couple of times. Punch
What
him
if
real
Tiffany
good.
comes out and she starts stabbing
Tiffany
you in the
gonna
back?
get her ass whooped too.
She gets on your
and
back
then
and
look,
she goes,
look,
"Wait, I'm
equal,
not
equal
alone."
rights, equal lefts. And I'm gonna be boom, boom, boom to Tiffany, and then I'm gonna turn on the oven or the microwave, and I'm gonna go here. How about this shit? Since we're trying to be all evil and shit. And you, Tiffany, huh? You want to look cute? Melted? Here we go. Here's the oven for you. And then what's going to happen is all the little demons and stuff are going to come flying out. And Chucky's the easiest one to deal with. Michael Myers and Freddy and Jason, they're a little bit. You all right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean I almost killed Mickey. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, horror movies with black people in it run a little differently. That's all I'm saying.
I think you made my Christmas. It was just like listening to what horror movie did we see or something that was like there was like a couple of black people just like with their phones on, like eating popcorn and talking. It was you killed it. My eyes.
Are you talking about Freddy and Jason?
Give me a towel. This thing is burning my eyes.
Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. Now,
Oh,
Pennywise
my
is scary.
Okay, now let's talk about this.
Oh, okay. That's
I love Freddy Krueger, that he can kill you in your dreams.
Uh-huh.
And so he's like, but Jason's definitely immortal, for most takes, right? So it's like give or take. Who do you want? Pick your poison. And you're talking about Pennywise. I have a problem. Well, okay. Art the Clown and Pennywise. I want to commend that guy, Damien Leone, or whatever his name is, who made that Terrifier series. Oh my God, what a great
Make me aware, is that who Art the Clown is?
self-promoter. Art the Clown, or the newest clown, the black and white clown with the like jokery smile. That's like, you've never seen one of those Terrifier movies. They're out of this world crazy. There's like new girls he's like chainsawing through as they're like split upside down. I mean, it is hilariously like the gore, and it's so well done gore. It's really like Terrifier is like one of these movies where if you're like a horror fan, super horror fan, like how it gets made, like Texas Chainsaw, you're like, oh man, that effect is awesome. That effect is, look at that camera move. How much blood do they pump in there? Where do you think the guy came through the hand? And like,
Right.
What do you think they cut up? I love all that. I love all that stuff.
Okay.
I live for it. So, Art the Clown is like, or the Terrifier series is, I mean, it's just like a special effects kid's like dream. I mean, aren't they nuts? This guy, right?
Oh, okay.
Art the Clown. And they do such great like self-promote. The guy like took that character. It's like a mask in Spirit Halloween. It's like he's one of the characters now. It takes a lot to make a Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Whatever. He has made one of those. He's taken a character of his own right, and now he infected Christmas. They've made a Christmas movie. The third one was Christmas, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We haven't seen it yet, but it's we saw so many. Christmas is a whole nother bag. I can't even get into that. So. And Pennywise, okay, I don't like Pennywise. Okay, wait, I take that back. I love Tim Curry playing Pennywise in that 1980s Stephen King It. Remember Tim Curry playing Pennywise the Clown? The only Pennywise I like.
Okay.
Right? Because it was Tim Curry, and Tim Curry's the greatest in everything. Frankenfurter, everything. Legend, devil. But he's creepy as shit. But like Pennywise on whole, like none of the mythology makes sense. I hate Stephen King. I hate Stephen King's works mostly. I think the only reason they're done well is because people like Stanley Kubrick or other people like take it, clean up all the crazy nonsense he puts into it, and gets to like some weird, very tight story, with like The Mist or something, or like Green Mile or whatever, and they'll chisel out that, or like Shining.
Redemption.
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption, or like The Shining, you know what I mean, or stuff like that. But not. He is. I hate his books. They're all like they're so.
Dark Towers. You hate those.
And I have some. Yes.
You hate Dark Towers.
The comic book series, yeah.
No, the book.
Well, he has a comic book, The Dark Tower.
It's based on his books.
Yeah, it's the cowboy. It's like
Yeah.
a wandering cowboy, and it's illustrated. Yeah.
And you
'cause
hate that.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk about that for this like horror
No,
series.
we
It's
don't
not
have to.
deserved. In the next comic Halloween series, we were talking about some awesome stuff. We're talking about like Vampirillas and Eries and Tales from the Crypt and Addams Family shit. I'm leaving Stephen King shit out. No.
Okay. That's on you.
That is on me. I think he's a weird dude.
But you don't like Pennywise.
I don't like Pennywise because
You
I
didn't
think-
like the new Pennywise.
No, I think the Skarsgård guy plays him well, but I think the mythology of him, it doesn't make sense. It's like, why don't these kids, it's like, is he a spy? Like, if he can't, where does he get his energy from? If it's like this cosmic spy, it's like fucking everywhere.
Supposed to be off the fear.
Yes, my love. Okay. I'm glad there was a wall between us because when I've been bashing Stephen King for the last like 5 minutes, she has a whole bookshelf full of Stephen King stuff. So I will stop talking about Stephen King. So I just don't like Pennywise, and I think the fear, like, it's she's throwing popcorn at me. Do I need a fucking? That's for me coughing. I appreciate it. Muchas gracias. The Pennywise was. I just don't. When you go, I have to go back and read it or watch the thing about how. No, the way the Pennywise behaves or the kids. Well, why don't you just like not think them into existence or whatever? And it's like cosmic turtle shit. It's like,
Right.
Come on, all right. You got to keep it simple. Michael Myers, just killing people. Jason, killing people. I like the twist on Fred. See, like Freddy kills you in your dreams.
By
and
the
that
way,
scene,
wait a minute.
the one scene, everybody likes their few scenes, right? And I never thought they got really cool. You could do some really cool stuff with Freddy, like some surreal camera shots, all kinds of cool stuff, tricking the viewer into really thinking they're part of the dream, and there's like all kinds of weird stuff. But the whole Freddy, the whole first movie is that where his hand comes up out of the bathtub. You want some of that too? His hand comes up out of the bathtub with Nancy in the middle of her, she's like all vulnerable with her legs up in the bed. That's the best scene in the whole movie. You know what I mean? That's the coolest.
I'm going to tell you what I
thing.
liked. I liked the remake of Halloween with Rob Zombie. I thought he did
Oh,
two
okay.
very
Yeah,
good.
we can skip all the way
very
to that.
good.
And I will talk about that in a total second. But remember when you brought up the Jackie Earle Haley remake?
Yes,
of,
yes.
There's parts of it I liked and parts of it I didn't like.
Right.
I thought if you're going to do it, you can't not make Robert Englund. He's such a crucial part. Brad Dourif is Chucky. You know what I mean? It's not going to replace that. So you got to go completely kind of different kind of direction. I thought that was the opportunity because they bait and you switched it and made you think that like at the beginning of the movie, there was a trailer where he's like running into the town. So they're like, we're going to get you, Krueger. And they're like, he's like, what do you think I did? I didn't do anything. And it makes you think at the beginning of the movie and for most of it, before you get to like him talking, like whatever, and you realize he is a child child pedo killer, whatever. They made it seem that he wasn't that, and the parents, which I thought was and should be that's the avenue that you need to go down, is if you reboot Freddy Krueger, it has to be the parents kill him because he's not that, and that's his ability to haunt the kids on Elm Street because he had an egregious act upon him. And so he can come back like a ghost.
So there's a redemptive
not
quality.
In the fact...
A righteous quality. Rather.
Not in a righteous quality, but in the fact that you could believe where the power might come from. Like, who's giving him this power and whatever, but I can...
Because he was evil.
Well, true, but you can never replace Robert Englund. So you got to replace that kind of wicked character of a guy, like being like, I want that girl.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty, whatever. It's like, oh, your eyes say no, but my tongue says yes. Like, you're never going to replace that guy. So you need to make an innocent guy. You need to make this town, make this innocent guy the monster, and then he's like nightmaring kids to make a vengeance on the town, and those parents have to like come to. You have to make a whole different thing. You know what I mean? You're never going to replace Robert Englund. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. And that angle is like so crazy. It only kind of, it's so crazy dark that with the child thing, and it gets there that Robert Englund has this kind of like comical quality to him too. That's like pulls it off with like a, and they had to tone that down the first movie release too, because there was like a real world situation in the news. They were like, we got to downplay this child stuff. So it was more like,
Was it John Wayne Gacy? I can't remember.
No, it was like some school thing with like a bunch of kids. We can move on.
Okay.
So Pennywise, I hate Pennywise. Back to Penny, and then you were talking about. Let's scroll down because we got Michael Myers. This is the very end. We'll end off like Michael Myers. So we got Tommy Hewitt. How do you like your cider?
I love
like dipping your.
It's fantastic. It's just a little sweeter than what I usually drink.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're fine. Go
We
ahead.
make this damn cider. It's
Nick
like
is on one
handmade
tonight.
everything.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Go ahead. He's like, yeah, shut up. Go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say about Mike.
Okay, so if I'm taking I'm just favoring Art the Clown over Pennywise because I fucking hate Pennywise and his gobbledygook nonsense. Yeah, that's what this should be. Just ragging on dumb. I wish we should have watched fucking some of that fucking It thing because I really don't like it. I spent all my good time watching the good stuff, like all the Freddy. We watched the Freddy's and the Friday the 13th and whatever. I should have touched base on It because I really fucking hate It. I really fucking hate Pennywise. I really fucking hate It. But over to Jigsaw, right? That series was
Now,
great.
Jigsaw's great, but
Saw.
I'm not like on a 1-to-1 if he hasn't tricked me into going into some room and
It's not
having
you.
saw my
It's
hands.
Tommy Hewitt versus him. Or are you talking about just you liking the movie concept?
Well,
that
okay,
first
wait a
Saw
minute, Hit
movie,
Me
first
was
Saw
wonderful.
movie was fucking awesome.
It was
all
amazing.
the other ones are just like you should just left it.
It's just
Well,
copying.
it's the same with all of them. The first
Right.
ones are great. Well, with the exception of Friday the 13th is very weird.
Hold
because
on.
he doesn't actually get the mask until the end of the second one,
Right.
or the end of the third one or something,
one.
and then he wears the hockey mask in the fourth one. So it's like you
I'm
gotta
fully
wait to
convinced the first Friday the 13th was literally everyone, their first week of acting class, somebody came in and said, hey, we're doing a movie.
Aren't horror
Let's
movies
go.
inspiring? You can just watch them and be like, man, could I made a better one? I love that kind of stuff. It's like awesome.
The mother
They should all
is
die
so
for the, They should all
overdramatic.
die for the bad acting.
Yes.
That's why you root for the killing machine and all those titties to die.
Oh, and the gratuitous
And the
nudity.
dudes, just kill them, dude. Just
There was
kill them.
naked. There was boobs back in those days. That's what I miss.
Well, you know what
There was
the-
boobs for no reason.
Kitty Cat, next time you come out here, we gotta light up these the Beetlejuice spiders and the Jason Voorhees heads. Like at least give them a
I'll look at that.
because they light up and go and play the fucking music and shit.
Okay.
And but you know what that do? But you know, I do.
He does.
Una mas gracias. These Morastinas are good. This little look at this. It's delicious. It
It looks
tastes like a
wonderful.
marshmallow.
Don't think that this isn't delicious too. I just don't do a lot of sugar with my liquor. I just
Oh, we're
You
gonna
will.
drink next time.
Gonna have you bobbing for apples, Rich.
if you must know, it feeds the hangover.
And that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I get you on that. But you're gonna drink one now. So, because you're the Cockatoo Lounge. Anyway, so going down, Jigsaw, the first Saw was awesome. All the rest of them I could take. The first one was really good. It was,
Yeah.
whatever. And then Tommy Hewitt, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Right?
Is
Who
that the
doesn't
name of
love
the character,
that
of Leatherface?
Yes. Tommy Hewitt, the Hewitt family. Hewitt Farm. The Hewitt,
Now that remake with Jessica Biel
Jessica Biel.
was fantastic. I thought.
Oh, yes. One of the very few times in the movie theater where I screamed out. I remember when I saw the trailer and some people hate all these remakes, and a lot of them, and yeah, we could touch on all of them. And the original's a classic with the Tobe Hooper. I got the metal tin case, the library of them all over there is crazy. Metal tin case. How many? The beginning, all of them. We got a bunch of them, and then but the remake of them was awesome with Jessica Biel, and that fucking trailer. Remember how the trailer?
Yes.
Because it started and it was like, burn, burn, banner, banner, banner. It was like, yeah, right, oh, yeah, diddle-diddle. And you're like, what is this? And then you hear the ching, the carrot.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we use your phone. We just like, I don't want to go back. As I pick up that hitchhiker, and you have no idea because you didn't hear they're making. There's like kind of sprung it on you if
Yeah.
you just watched the trailer in the theater. Because if you were like an avid movie watcher, you saw the trailer before they even told you there was a trailer.
Yeah.
For it. It was
Yeah.
a surprise. You're like, what fucking movie is this?
Yeah.
With Jessica Biel's like looks like in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And it's like, ching, ching, ching. And then the guy's like. It's like, I need your phone. And it's like, and then that, the dev at the time is like, you're so dead, boy. You don't even know. He's like stomping on that, the ground. And then he was like, what is going on? And you're like, and then you hear, ching, 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 ching. You hear that fucking sound, that chainsaw sound. When that chainsaw sound came out and you saw that door slam open,
Yeah.
you saw his Leatherface, I was like, yes, yes. Heart just in the just.
As I recall, they had a narrator, didn't they?
Well, yeah, because he's like, this is the fact.
Yeah, this is the
This
actual-
and then which sucked you into is like one of those found footage things.
Yeah.
That was a classic. That was a Tobe Hooper. You're talking about Paranormal Activity, trying to make it
Yeah.
sound like, Blair Witch found footage. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was meant to make it seem like it was found footage.
Right.
Remember at the beginning, it was like as they go down with the
Yeah.
black and white footage, they're going down there, and he's still fucking in
And
there.
then and I still get chills thinking about it. The last scene was the cops checking
Yeah,
out.
and
then-
he's still down
Yeah,
there.
down there. Yeah.
Who doesn't love the chainsaw sound? So, if you had to take Tommy Hewitt or Jigsaw, what would Jigsaw have Tommy? I think Jigsaw would underestimate because Tommy is willing to cut off his own limbs to get out of things. No problem.
Right.
I think he's getting in there and taking care of business, right? Pumpkinhead the Creeper. Okay, Pumpkinhead, you're familiar with the Pumpkinhead series? Whereas like
I know of it, but I don't know it.
Stan Winston's creation after they made like all the aliens and the
Okay.
predators, everything, took some of the predator parts that weren't used from a design, mixed them with some alien whatever, so creature effects like whatever, and he got to make that movie, and it was like he directed it, and it was like it was like a monster effects movie, which this guy loses his kid and to some like asshole bikers like out in the desert in the Southwest, and he makes a wish to he gets an old witch to like call upon a demon legend to like call forth the Pumpkinhead to like it's like a golem. It's like a golem that goes out and kills all these like kids that were responsible for his son's death, and it follows its own mythology really well in the first one. It doesn't sound assaultive. In the other ones, I'm kind of fuzzy on how they go in the other Pumpkinheads, but like, the aggravating thing in most of these, like in the Michael Myers or the Jason Voorhees, is like the mythology changes all the time, and it's like you gotta, you know what I mean? What's the real mythology? And that's what's so fun about talking like this comic book stuff. It's like what are the rules of where these guys live in? You know what I mean, or whatever. Yeah. But or the Creeper. Now the Creeper. Remember that was the movie done by The Creep. Remember, you know the story behind that guy?
Tell me that.
We don't, because really it's like most of these people in Hollywood, but he's like well known. The guy who did the Jeepers Creepers movies.
Yeah. Oh, that's
right?
what we're talking about.
Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy who made the Jeepers Creepers movie is a creeper, like bad creeper guy, and so like child creeper, and bad.
Oh, is he in prison? Please
I don't know if he's in prison. I think he kept getting off and all kinds of weird shit, and doing assaulted, whatever. Ooh, look at these.
Look at that.
Gracias.
They got it.
That's the, they're in the middle there. But, right? Yeah, just leave them. They're good. Or leave them blinking, that's fine. Great. But,
I love Beetlejuice. The first one.
Oh, you want the good top? You can have that, right? I'll sip on this one. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
So, the Creeper. Do you remember the Creeper? Do you remember the Jeepers Creepers movies?
Yes.
Where they tried to combine, and he was like wearing clothes and everything, and
Right.
man, what did we think? What did we say that would correct that? Because even
Beating you, but it was
even in the
beating
first
you.
movie, it was trying to combine. Like he was like he was like driving a truck or something.
Big, like, yeah.
Yeah,
And it was
he
like
drives the big old
It
truck
felt
and
like
then
two
he has
different
planes.
movies merged into one thing, and it was like they need to be two separate ideas. You know what I mean? This creeper guy is like down here, like building things. Is like, what are the rules? Like, it's felt like two different movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Duel, remember that movie with the truck or whatever, and and then like a creeper idea. But I can't remember what would fix it. But I like the idea of that guy. And it was Jeepers Creepers 2 is the one I really isn't the second one.
That's the one with the school bus.
That's the one with the school bus. That's the one where everybody likes.
Yeah.
With the school bus, and he's like got the harpoon gun, and the guy's like kind of like a Jaws. What's the actor's name? Never mind. Quint. Remember who plays Quint?
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Plays the drunken Irish
There's not
sailor.
a lot
Anyway.
of horror movies that I watch more than
Oh, I
once.
just soak it up. Jaws is a horror movie that we watch in the summertime because it's not
Jaws,
really
the swim.
It
Oh
invokes
yeah,
summery.
that guy. Yeah, you're talking about that actor. You're talking about the guy who played the
coming
shark
back.
catcher.
The island.
Yes.
the lady just delivered the
God, I
bomb.
can't remember his name off the top of
He's
my
like a
head.
massive.
He's a
actor.
big stage actor.
Yeah.
And he was a real alcoholic.
100 men
Yeah.
went into the water.
And which whatever, if
This
that's
one.
if your fault. There's like way worse stuff in Hollywood. All right, down the list. Pumpkinhead Creeper. I'm taking Pumpkinhead because
Yeah.
Stan Winston made Pumpkinhead. It's
Yeah.
a demon that keeps coming back. I respect him. The Creeper. I can't remember the things about the Creeper. I really like.
He rises every 23 years or
Yeah,
27
I thought there were
years.
better ways to make him like on the Scarecrow. You know what I mean? Because there was a better way. Wasn't there a better way to make him evocative of a Scarecrow movie? Because they tried to put him on the Scarecrow thing. You know what I mean? I was like, you could do a better job of like
Right.
tying those ideas together. Pazuzu Pinhead.
That's a tough battle.
Pazuzu the Exorcist, right? Everyone thinks the little girl from The Exorcist is possessed by the devil. It's not. It's a demon specifically named Pazuzu.
Right.
But
That's very important.
Everybody now thinks they're little boo-boos. So
But versus Pinhead, That's a heck of a battle right there.
You laughing at me with that, Pazuzu? Okay, so Pinhead, and you're familiar with the Hellraiser series.
Yes, very. So,
What
I don't know
does
who you
Pinhead?
give
What
this
does
to.
Pinhead say? Such tasty or delicate treats or something, or splendid wonders and everything.
Yeah.
I love it. It's been very Event Horizon. I
Some
love it.
see us as devils, some see us as angels, and I'm like,
Yeah,
who the fuck see?
it's
pardon me.
crazy.
Who sees you guys as angels?
We left some of these guys out here. We left like toy puppet masters and all kinds of shit, and House and everything. But these are the big guys. So Pinhead, Pazuzu, who are you taking in that match?
I honestly, this is very much a toss-up. I don't think Pinhead's a punk, but I did see him in one of those movies get stripped, like one of those demons stripped him all the way back to human. Remember that?
Okay.
So I would have to maybe give the edge to Pazuzu because I don't think there's no going back for Pazuzu.
Toads, also because Exorcist is like a classic movie.
Period.
Like it is like go watch the first Hellraiser and watch the first. When we watched the first Hellraiser, and it was like
Oh my god, it's literally.
She's resurrecting the
She's
brother
murdering
from like
people.
parts of the. It's like, it's you don't even see Pinhead in it almost. It's like
Yeah.
in the box. It's like, when am I getting the box the Pinhead guy? You know, the whole time. You're like,
She has sex with a mummy for
this
the
is
most part,
yeah,
right?
it's like a corpse
She's
thing.
like,
It's
I'm
ridiculous.
in love with you.
Right, I'm taking Pazuzu's got way more class. You know, the movie's a
And didn't the
classic.
uncle want to have sex with his niece or something?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, it's all
Thank you.
crazy.
Yeah, it was a
Now-
lot. It was very much. It was a lot of Satans.
Getting
Alright, go
to. So I'm taking Pazuzu. You probably take Pazuzu.
Mm-hmm.
Pinhead. I mean, even though I love the design of Pinhead, the guy who looks like him, whatever. But there's never the movies aren't substantial enough, and but the mythology of Pinhead, it's like you got to dive into like other story, like comic books and all that kind of stuff, because the movies are actually getting pretty boring with that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, and Pinhead always is like, I just love his chains and everything. Actually, Kat and I were watching the clips of that. There's a guy that made like a Mortal Kombat style, like free downloadable game like a long time ago called Terror Drome on the internet, where it takes like old school Mortal Kombat with like
Yeah.
like photos of people like
Yeah.
fighting, and took all the license, like the copywritten license, like these characters, and like made them battle each other, like, or you could fight each other in like your Mortal Kombat with all their voices and everything. And of course they couldn't make it because it's like so unlicensable. You know what I mean? So you could like download it for free, you know, basically with a donation or whatever.
That's
And
pretty awesome.
Side topic. So you could see like Pinhead and all like fight some of these guys on here, like Texas Chainsaw, and
Right.
whatever.
Chucky was pretty epic.
Chucky, Annabelle.
Oh,
Annabelle's
this
a
is
new
easy.
one. Annabelle's a new
No.
one.
Annabelle kicked Chucky's ass. You want to know how I know?
Really?
Because the guy who bought Annabelle and was taking her on tour died 2 months ago. Like right after
Oh, so
his
you
first show
really
or something.
believe in the?
I'm saying he bought Annabelle, took Annabelle on tour, and died after the first or second show. So you tell me.
Do you think he? Faked,
Look it up.
Do you think he? Did you see his body? How did he die?
I don't know.
So do you think it's possible that he could have faked his death?
If he
and then
did-
so he could like become another person and charge that much more for the hype?
It could happen.
I've often thought about faking my own death to raise the prices of my artwork, but sure.
Well-
it's come across my head tons of times. That's why I have all these aliases.
These insurances will find you. Trust me.
Well, if Elvis is still alive and all these astronauts are still alive from the Challenger and all this stuff, it's like everybody could be alive.
That is a compelling video that goes after the.
Bam! But we got to get back on
Yeah,
topic.
let's go.
So you're taking, okay, so this is a different topic. You're taking Annabelle straight up.
Hell yeah.
I take Chucks because nobody fucks with the Chucks. I love the idea of a fucking, because it's a voodoo doll. It's a great, it's like, it's Freddy, okay, so these guys are already done. You already got a Jason, you already got a Michael Myers. Is it kind of, you know,
Right.
the same guy, you know, almost
Yeah.
like they are, Jason is, Friday the 13th was really trying to capitalize on the success of Halloween. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, let's make our own Halloween or whatever. And,
Halloween came first?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the first one for them all, you know what I
Okay.
mean? And of that kind, you know what
Of
I
that
mean?
genre,
Of
yes.
a slasher, one guy, you know, like
Impervious to bullets.
Jason Voorhees is the most notorious. Then you have like Freddy Krueger after that. But Freddy Krueger's got the advent of being in your dreams and all kinds of shit. It just makes him different. I love it. Chucky is also different. He is a serial killer that put his soul into like a voodoo style, but from the god Damballa, some weird Damballa god, and
Right.
uses praise to it and puts his soul like in a voodoo doll into a child's play doll, a good guy's doll that's like a popular fictitious doll back in the day in this universe, and you're just despisal of him, and you're just like, I just kick his ass. I mean, just like, is hilarious to me because it makes me want to like. It makes me want to show you the scariness of him because you're just like, I would just do this, but I'm telling you, by the time you wouldn't have the opportunity to be like, oh, I'd do it. You would already be at Chucky's whim, and then you'd be like, you would be eating yourself because you'd be like, I knew I should have done something about this. So you'd already be tied up, and he'd be like, not so big now, are you, big man, Rich? And you'd be like,
I'll be like, yeah, you better go on ahead and kill me, because if I get out, I'm gonna whoop your little ass.
Yeah, but you can't get out.
And I'm not just gonna whoop
You
your little
can't get
ass.
out.
I'm gonna whoop your little ass
you can't
over an
get out.
extended period
You can't
of time.
get out. So
You finna
goes-
get your ass whooped.
he
That's
goes,
all I'm
you
saying.
like s'mores, Rich? And he starts poking the fire, and he
First of all, how much does Chucky weigh?
He's a doll.
Right.
But you're tied up.
Right.
But
Less
you're
than a
tied up.
pound.
But you're tied up.
A pound.
But you're tied up.
That how he gonna tie me up?
But you're tied up.
That's my whole point.
sedatives.
Oh,
comes at
okay.
you.
Okay. While he does that sedative, I'm gonna go just like this. I'm gonna hold on to him. I'm gonna fall and I'm
He's
gonna
gonna hit
land
you
on
right
him.
in your vein in the back of your leg.
I'm gonna hold on to him and land just like this, and I'm gonna sleep. And when I wake up, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, your little ass is still right here." Hmm? Okay. Well, guess what, buddy? You should have killed somebody else. I'm gonna grab him by his feet and I'm gonna slam his head up against the damn door jamb. Just wham, 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 till his head pops off. And then he's gonna be talking all that. And I'm gonna stomp on him. And then I'm gonna like take his little doll legs and I'm gonna get a knife or something, hack one of them off. I'm gonna put that in the oven. And then I'm gonna hack
All right,
off
no, wait.
an arm
What do you
and I'm gonna
keep-
put that in some boiling
Okay,
water.
so like you're saying,
Uh-huh.
you're taking Annabelle. I get it. I'm
Oh,
taking
okay. I'm
Chuck.
just telling you, Chucky gonna get his ass whooped.
He comes back.
I'm not
with-
afraid of no damn
comes
Chucky.
back with another doll.
I'm
I
gonna
can
whip that
always-
dog's
I
ass
can
too. I ain't
always-
worried about no damn dog. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna get a dog like your dog right there, and I'm gonna be like, have at it. Seriously.
Friends till the end.
Chucky came in here right now and
Rich, we're friends till the end.
No, your dog
What
gonna be
if
like,
this dog came? What if you're a kid? What if we're back in the day where your kids are your first kids around?
that's where you
like,
first messed up.
5.
You gonna be around my babies trying to hurt my babies? Hell no.
What if your kid brings home a good guy's Chucky doll and she is just like in love with this thing, right? That's how it gets. This is the movie. I think they've. And you know what? All the incarnations of Chucky. I don't want to see Mark Hamill. No, the only Chucky is Brad Dourif. That last Chucky where he was like AI. That was just that.
You
What's
wanna
that
play
AI
now?
movie with the girl?
Boy.
Emma or
That's no
what's her
way
name?
to treat your best friend.
Megan.
Oh, Megan.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
just
sorry
say that
to
for
hear
Megan.
that.
I don't. Chucky
Because
is
if I can't
the
be
whole
your best
crux of Chucky
buddy,
is he's not AI. He
then
is
nobody
a
can.
voodoo. He's a serial killer that put his soul into a fucking doll voodoo style, and he can keep coming back in goddamn dolls. And he can actually. He was going to come back through Andy, so he can put himself into a
Yeah.
person. He just keeps choosing to be in a doll until he finds the right subject. And I
Right.
think he just keeps loving to be a doll, killing people. You know, I love it.
What
I'm
did
sure he
you-
does.
Fucks with the Chucks.
Did you see the thing I sent you that it was a toy collector? It's a comic about how like all the dolls, like every other toy hates Chucky because he's a serial killer.
I'm gonna look
See
at that.
thing I
No.
sent you?
Oh, did you get that thing? Thank you, Jason. As you saw Jason telling Freddie. Yeah, I'll look at that in a minute, no doubt.
Well, I thought
Hold on,
No
I got
doubt.
my pick here for your next group too.
So Hannibal Lecter versus Norman Bates. We're familiar.
Now here's the thing. Who's scarier? Hannibal Lecter or Buffalo Bill?
On its skin.
Well,
or else
wait a
it
minute.
gets the hose
Okay,
again.
but well, I would say Hannibal Lecter is way not to me, but like Hannibal Lecter is way more of a threat. I think scarier, unhinged wise, like Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo
But I'm
Bill
not
more
Buffalo Bill's
unhinged.
target. You know, knowing what I know.
Right. You aren't Buffalo Bill target. I think if you go.
Hey, remember what was the phrase from the movie Silence of the Lambs? Jodie Foster. This one likes to skin his humps. Yes. So those girls were rather large, weren't they?
Yeah.
Right? Right? The large girls. I
Yeah.
ain't no large girl. I'm a 5-foot man. I'm like a jockey.
you're
I'm
safe.
a jockey. I'm a Wolverine. So
I think you're safe.
I think I'm safe. Put your lotion in the basket. Put
I-
your lotion in the basket.
I think Hannibal Lecter
Takes Norman
beats
Bates.
Norman Bates without blinking, just because he'll
Unle-
be able to psychologically analyze
I
him.
even what's the situation? Hannibal Lecter's traveling across
country and ends up at Bates Motel, and
He'd
he's
still
like,
get him.
well, that's what I'm saying. Even if that were the case in Bates' own domain, I
Hannibal
think Hannibal
Lecter
Lecter
wins.
sniffs out
Yeah.
other, like that. He goes, I kindred spirit. You're not, normally
Yeah.
this is going to be able to get an upper hand on.
No,
on
not even remote. And
That's
he's
what I'm
already got that weakness, mental weakness for his mother and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. He could pick him apart. Like that.
Wouldn't blink. I mean, it
Toes.
wouldn't take long.
Would you
That's
do-
a non-fight.
And all the horror movies, yeah, Silence of the Lambs. That's cinema. That's cinema.
That's
These other
cinema.
movies are talking about. They're like
Yeah.
they're classics in a sense that
Right.
they're like horror classics. You know what I
Right.
mean? Contemporary horror classics. But there's like goof stuff. You watch Silence of the Lambs. That's pretty.
No,
straight.
that's just a
it's
brilliant
kind of
friggin'
kind
film.
of. And what movies not on here? Some of these movies, like one of my favorite horror movies, that's not up here, but there's no character, is fucking Poltergeist.
Poltergeist?
That movie does me every time.
What about Phantasm?
With the tall man.
That scared the lip. Let me tell you about that movie.
I didn't put him on here, but yeah, so you're taking Hannibal Lecter
Easily.
text. And then
Easily.
so Phantasm with the tall man, I didn't put him on here. There's only so many of these because we
No,
got
you're
good,
fine. You did
we
a
gotta
good-
do
it's a good list.
Ghostface versus Michael Myers. And Ghostface is, Wes Craven's new nightmare. You know what I mean? His new
I want
empire.
Michael Myers.
And versus Michael, you gotta take Michael Myers. He's the classic. He's the one that burned them all.
He's the GOAT.
Of course.
Also,
What Ghostface has
Rob
got?
Zombie one is the
First
best.
off, Ghostface.
Thank you. Aren't they fantastic?
And then we can get onto that. So so of the screams, Ghostface Killer and Screams, it's just a dude running around that just loves horror movies. Very good concept.
Yeah.
For revitalizing and you can just not
First
watch.
Scream was fantastic.
It's 90s. You,
Yeah.
you just watch that movie and you're just like right back in the 90s, like snap. You know what I mean?
Instantly.
But Halloween, the first Halloween, even with all of its like weird whatever, it's almost the first Halloween's almost cinema. It's like
You talking about
weird-
zombies?
No, the first Halloween
okay.
with Michael Myers. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. Oh no, not Rob Zombies. I'm talking about the original.
I know, but I really like Rob Zombie's
I did
remake.
too, and I think you got because listen, after you do all that stuff, where do you take it? If you're gonna reboot it and show, you got to do a different style. I've seen the first one. He's done it. He did the first one, and even like they had him back to do another one, and another. It's like, and they were all terrible. Like every Halloween after those. We will get to because we have been trudging through those last Halloweens. Ugh.
You're talking
Man,
about
they're
these
so
last
bad.
ones with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
and they
Halloween
finally
ends,
come-
Halloween dies.
First,
Come out here.
I actually liked
Just yelling over
the
the fence
Halloween
like fucking.
and Halloween and or not the end one. What's the middle one? Halloween Kills.
Okay,
That
there's
was
Halloween
good.
Kills, Halloween Ends, Halloween's Dead, or whatever the fuck. Okay, it should have been like I like the idea that Jamie Lee Curtis was like ready for him. If they were just gonna reboot it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna ignore like all the 7 movies you had in between and
Yeah.
just do like Halloween to this one, right? Because it was Halloween, right? That one was just called Halloween again, right?
That
Correct?
one was Halloween.
So fucking confusing. So Halloween, the original one, to Halloween, if you just ignored all the other ones, would have been good. And Jamie Lee Curtis, I could take over. She's like, oh, like, whatever. There's stuff in the story and the plot where, like, the guy is, like, waving the Wasca Mile and he's, like, transporting him. You could have cleaned up some of that story. It's not
Right.
perfect. But I like the idea that, like, Laurie was, like, getting gun ready, always ready for Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of cool, right? Then, if they lock him in the basement when it's on fire, that was the end of that one, if I recall. It should have been they're driving away or whatever the fuck is however it ends, and like the next if you're gonna make a sequel, it's like the firefighters are in the rain or it's raining. It just happens to be raining and puts out the fire, and Michael happens to be alive. I can't remember what they did. Doesn't he just like he comes out and kills all those firefighters? It's like that's not how it happens. It needs to rain and put out the fire, and the firefighter's like, okay, I guess we got a job.
Yeah.
The boys is like, whatever. It's like, just cleaning debris. And then it's like, dun, dun, like coming out of the debris. It's like, he's coming out of the front. It's like, is he supernatural or what is?
Well, that's always been the thing. Wait a minute. Let me ask you this question then. What the hell was Halloween 3? I'm talking about the original Halloween.
Oh, you're talking about the Season of the Witch.
Which I
With the
don't
Lucky
really,
Charms.
I don't really dislike that
They
movie.
they-
I just don't think it had any place in the Halloween.
Well, just like Michael,
It was a
just like
weird
Friday the 13th had to
weird
find out that like it was his mom was killing everybody in the first one, and then the boy Jason does jump out of the lake at the end of the first one, and then the second one is a full-grown Jason. He's killing people. It's like, how has he been alive the entire time? And he's got a sack over his head. The third one, he's sack over his head, finds the mask. The fourth one, he has the mask. It's like, what do we? what are we doing here? And then you're talking about Michael being,
Season
Season of the Witch. It's like
was-
the franchise.
gone, like-
Well, he
but
wasn't
it's
even in
like
that.
the
They had
Lucky-
Yeah, there was nothing to do with it.
No,
It's its
that,
own
what I'm
movie.
talking about the franchise was just like, they thought the name was selling it and they could do different stories, kind of like a Tales from the Crypt, like, Halloween. They were like, okay, let's do
okay.
that. That's obviously what they're trying to do. And then when people are like,
Because
what the fuck
Halloween
is this?
two
Where's Michael Myers? They're like,
takes place right after
get it back, get
that
him
night.
back.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, see, I didn't know. I've always wondered what that was about, but now as you say it, Tales from the Crypt, I get it.
It's
That
like
makes
an
sense.
anthology, like
Yeah.
eerie horror kind of thing, which we'll go over next episode with all, because I have all those comics. If you don't want to birth me, I have all the original Vampirillas. I have all the original Eerie Tales. I have all these. They're like one of my most prized possessions. Like all that stuff.
That's pretty awesome.
We're nerdy.
So okay, yeah, I clearly take Michael Myers, and I commend like Rob Zombie for making a new version of it,
Yeah.
because it was like it made you. First off, I really okay. Now listen, I love Rob Zombie. I love most all of his music. I think his vibe is cool. I like he
Don't
puts his
watch
wife
the
and everything.
Monsters for the
We have
love of
everything
God.
that he has. We've watched El Super Beasto. We have his entire movie collection. I have all of his CDs, all of his everything. We've seen him live. We saw him last year for our anniversary for Halloween, and in town with Alice Cooper. It was a kick-ass show. Rob Zombie lost his voice, but it was still killer, and I still commend him for everything. But the Monsters movie was like, what the fuck was going
What's the
on?
Monsters?
Monsters, the Monsters.
Why would they have to remake the Monsters? You talk about
The
Herman
TV.
Monster?
We
He did
can't,
a movie?
dude,
Yes.
it is incredible to watch because you
It's
were just
our
watching it.
first-
It is like
it's our first
it's
Zero.
the worst. It's our first Zero movie that we have had to watch ever together. We watched it was like I think that's our first Zero rated movie, worse than anything else. And it's like
When did it come out?
during COVID or something.
2022, I think.
It's crazy.
Oh, did it have Portia de Rossi in it?
No.
Okay, well then no.
He had his wife and
Sherman Zombie was in it.
The
Is
tone-
it meant to be scary or?
no, that's the thing. It's like the tone is crazy. You don't even know what's going in it. There's so much stuff, and you realize halfway there, like, oh, this is like an origin story, but the tone is crazy, the lighting's crazy, the cinematography's crazy. Everything is just like, it's baffling. He has every one of the usual people that are in his films, which are like, they're all like horror. Yes, they're all like horror. You know
Elvira's
his, yes, she, and yes, Elvira, she's the best. Cassandra Peterson. His wife's in it and everything, but the thing is, like, most of his movies like R-rated crazy shit. There's
Yeah.
like, and it's like almost like watching like pornographers do like children's book stuff. It's crazy. It was nuts to watch because like they had no tone. Because like, it's like this isn't for kids. It was clearly not for kids because they
it
had
was
like
rated
they were,
PG.
but it was rated PG. But the things they would talk about, you're like, well, it's PG, but they're like doing these really weird things, and it was so over the. I couldn't even. It was ridiculous. On the contrary, the Halloween. I know he had a tough time filming Halloween and Halloween 2, but I really liked Halloween and Halloween 2.
I did
thought
too.
they were awesome. I thought it showed like a really real world. I mean, what else do you do with that film? The sequels suck. That's why I was like, and he already did the original, Halloween. We watched They Live too it's one of our classics.
I love that movie.
Oh, dude, you want to know things about the real world? That movie's telling you shit about the real world, okay? So wake the fuck up. But like, yeah, and you can filter
I
all your
know
winners
that.
down and all your winners down. And I thought it was a fun bracket that you guys can look at online, all you comic cocktail cockatoos, or and fill yours out and do your brackets online. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and shit. I wish I was
We got
doing
to
that
that.
with the fucking like glove when
Yeah.
you're doing it. I don't know what time we got, but what else did you want to bring up about Michael Myers and everything? And man, there's so much. I love Halloween. There's so much cool stuff to bring
I
up.
think
about.
we're good. I mean, this is a good long show, so I like it. I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, how'd you like that ear? You're nibbling on this damn cinnamon stick like an alien. I've never seen anybody eat a cinnamon stick like that.
Really?
Yeah, but
I
it's
do it all the
okay.
time.
Totes cool, but I've not. But you're
If
like
you suck on it long enough,
ignoring
you
the
have to start.
apple. It's really making me want to like write like a horror movie based on like Blackula's being like vulnerable to apples instead of like
That's what it is.
garlic.
Not Dracula's.
Hey,
but
that first
Blackula's.
blade was dope.
It was though.
Yeah, dude.
The first blade was fire.
That first blade was dope. Except for those end CGI scenes and everything. They could have less is more. You don't have to show all that. You know, in horror.
I did like
less
the
is
cutting
more.
him in half and then his body.
See, I
going
didn't
back
like
together.
that. That's what I'm talking
Why
about.
not?
I thought it could have been less is more. You know what I mean? Be more like, you know, he's doing all the moves and do the classic, just the cheap effect where it's like, you know, Wesley Snipes is like, he's like, yeah, motherfucker. He does one of these and he looks back and he's not there, and then he looks back and he's there, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's all you need.
At
to
no
do.
point in time does Wesley Snipes go, yeah, motherfucker.
Wait a minute. Excuse me.
That is perfect.
Yes. No, are you talking about in the
Blake.
movie technically, does Wesley Snipes ever verbatim?
Go, yeah, motherfucker. Never.
No, he doesn't. I agree. But now, would you agree that the whole summation of that fucking Blade movie is not Wesley Snipes going,
Yeah, motherfucker.
coming through some guys, and going, yeah, motherfucker? Is that whole movie not that?
I will give you credit as a summation of the film, yes.
Dost thou argue and
No.
protest?
That doesn't protest. But I just didn't want anybody who's never seen the original Blade. The movie that saved Marvel, by the way.
Kickstarted
Yeah,
it.
Kickstarted
Well,
it.
a movie that really did it was because all of them were bought by Sony and everything. It was really Iron Man, but
I know,
that
but
was
you wouldn't have
Marvel.
Iron Man without Blade.
Well, no, I'm not crazy on you. I love the first Blade. It was awesome.
Iron Man
Listen,
kicked off the MCU.
when it was that porn star that takes the piece of meat into that nightclub the Tracy Lords takes the fucking dude and he's like, oh no,
Who I used to have a major crush on.
and she wonder why she takes him into that meat cellar. It's like, and then as they're playing that, what is that? It's a who?
Techno House.
No, I know the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
You talking about the song?
It's something Brothers. It's something Brothers maybe. It's like
Is it what, Chemical Brothers?
Chemical, is that it?
Is that it?
It might be, or something Brothers. That sounds really close because Chemical Brothers were all over that kind of era. Mm-hmm. And then the blood starts coming on and whatever, and he realizes
That was pretty awesome. Yeah.
that whole movie, that's the scene of the whole movie. Every other
Yeah.
other movies, whatever. But I tell you what,
Chris
Chris
Christopherson was
Christopherson
awesome.
as Whistler
Yeah.
was fucking legit.
Yeah, it was fire. I love that whole movie. A friend of mine told me to go see it, and then I took me and her went to go see it. We're still good friends to this day. Loved it. Loved it.
Did
All
she-
right, well,
Did she want to be a Blackula vampire after that?
no, none of us was trying to suck each other's blood. Listen.
Remember the vampire mom in that movie where she comes out of the thing and she was trying to be
Yeah,
out
that's
of the-
Sanaa Lathan. She was hot as shit. Still is. I mean, but yeah.
Vampires.
But she'd been turned out. She'd been turned out to them streets. That's what we say in the hood. Anyway, Comic Cocktail, Halloween, do your bracket. We'll see you next time.
Exactly.
Let me just keep talking for a minute. Yes, like, comment, share.
Did you say surprise? Monster Mash Battle 616. I thought that was pretty clever. All right.
This will be hot. So I just got the actual initial recording on two, but I'll spice it. You see what I'm saying?
So you only got one week, right?
When I get up.
No, you didn't get.